So you've decided to come to Rome and 48 hours is all the time that you have? Well, that's not a lot of time to get to grips with a city that's 3,000 years old. But we'll give it our best shot. I'm Julia Charity and I'm here from Rome Walks. The city of Rome seems infinite as you walk through its winding alleys, and the best way to get started is to choose a period. Ancient Rome with consuls or emperors, or Papal Rome for a slice of the Renaissance and the Baroque. Well, I was always taught to start at the beginning, so it's off to the ancient city we go. In order to really get to grips with the Roman Forum and the Colosseum, it's best to set aside at least 3 hours. A good way to go is to entrust yourself to one of the many available guides. You can pre-book through the internet and help yourself out a great deal. Otherwise, it can be difficult to make head nor tail of the ruins. You can get yourself to the Colosseo on the blue line of the metro with ease and find yourself right in front of the Colosseum itself. Just grab a ticket from any one of the tabacchi around town, and those tickets are good for your bus journeys too, and away you go. When you're done with the ancient city, I should pop over to the Jewish ghetto for a spot of lunch. Although it's best to head away from the main streets in this area, as with any. It's amazing the price you can pay for a pretty view whilst you eat. After lunch, and a wander along the Via di Portico d'Ottavia, where you can see the remnants of the ancient portico that Augustus dedicated lovingly to his sister Octavia, and wander past the beautiful Theatre of Marcellus, you can find the Jewish synagogue, one of the most beautiful temples in the world, and a celebration of the final release of the Jews from the ghetto after the unification of Italy. For a late afternoon stroll, perhaps a wander over the Tiber Island, and an ice cream to boot, with the intent on arriving in Old Trastevere. Find yourself the beautiful church of Santa Cecilia. Lose yourself in its enchanted alleys, but don't get so lost that you can't find Santa Maria in Trastevere, as this is where you're going to want to stop for dinner. With a plethora of trattorias, osterias and pizzerias to choose from, you can't go wrong. And if you feel like that nightcap after dinner, then wander down Vicolo del Cinque, and you can find your favourite liqueur served in a chocolate cup. Or Via del Moro and find a great mojito served Brazilian style. Trastevere has much to offer for all ages, and you can end your evening with a post-dinner drink, or keep on going until the early hours with the youth of the city. Just make sure you find your friendly neighbourhood taxi driver to help you home at the end of it all, either from Trilussa or Piazza del Belli, but watch that meter. Don't pay a penny more than it says you should. I hope you're feeling nice and refreshed after a good night's sleep, because today we're going to be wading our way through 2,000 years of church history. We're going to head over to the Vatican museums and the Basilica of St. Peter. Now you can cut today up any which way you please, depending on what time of year you're in Rome. If you're here in the winter time, it's better to go to the Vatican in the morning, because they close early. If you're here in the summer, then go later on in the day. The crowds tend to die down after lunch. Around 3 or 4 hours should be enough time to cover most of what you want to see, but once again, the Sistine Chapel can be hard to get to, and you don't want to miss anything important on the way, so a tour will make all the difference. When you've finished your visit with the Basilica of St. Peter and capped your Michelangelo morning, wander down the Via della Conciliazione to get to Castel Sant'Angelo, where you can imagine Hadrian buried, or Cellini accused of having stolen church treasures imprisoned here. Get right to the top of the building and you can find a beautiful view over the whole city of Rome. Finished with the area, then head on over the Bridge of Angels and towards Piazza Navona. The best route to get there quickly is through the Via dei Coronari. And once you're there, head into the back streets around the Via dell'Anima. Then you can find a number of worthwhile eateries. After lunch, your next stop is the stunning Piazza Navona with Borromini and Bernini, masters of the Baroque. You really are spoiled for choice. From Navona, you can pass by the Senate House of Italy on your way to the Pantheon, architectural gem and one of the most breathtaking buildings you will perhaps be witness to. Once at the Pantheon, cast a glance over to the obelisk on the fountain and just consider it dates back to the time of Moses. And then go on inside the temple dedicated to all the pagan gods, now the Church of St. Mary and all the martyrs. Pay homage to Raphael, who lies buried here, and stand in awe of the magnificent dome, which has proven to be an enigma even for modern engineers and architects. And after you've sufficiently admired this building, you can head over to the Trevi Fountain with the multitudes who wish to come back to Rome another time and throw your coin into the bright waters to that end. Your last port of call is the Spanish Steps, located at the end of the Via dei Condotti, Rome's version of Fifth Avenue. Relax for a while on the steps as the Romans do, take in the world, and contemplate the beauty of it all, before, no doubt ravenous by now, you trot over to the Via delle Vite or the Via della Croce to find one of the charming enotecas, where you can also eat a great plate of pasta. Once again, at the end of your day, taxis are available around Piazza di Spagna, but remember, check the meter. So I've given you all the information that you should need for a great 2 days in Rome. I think you've got a handle on things now, so you won't be needing me anymore. Once again, this is Julia Charity, and thank you for watching 48 Hours in Rome.